Hi guys, my name is Dash the Stampede, coming for you with a public service announcement. I normally don't do audio in my videos because I like for you guys to judge the game and not me. Today I'm going to do some audio, and I'm getting really mad. Today I logged on to Star Trek Online. I was logged on for 10 whole minutes. I made 5 comments and I got muted. Basically, I was called a German Nazi Jew tax collector. I was trolled for being Jewish for like an hour and a half today. They trolled my wife for marrying a Jewish guy because she was German, you know, and then they tried to make a big deal out of her being German. Deconus said this to my wife: "Let's get the Fourth Reich on the road." That's what he said. This is what they say to Jewish people. He did not get muted, by the way. The guy who said Hillary Clinton is a criminal got muted. The guy who said that Hillary Clinton stole millions from Haitians got muted. But the guy who said, who's literally trashing Jewish people, was allowed to continue on for hours. This one guy right here, Groombridge, he was trolling me too. Groombridge basically was calling me, because my name was David, was calling me Jewish scum. And he was calling President Trump a racist. Groombridge said, my response to Groombridge was, how can Donald Trump be racist when his kids married all minorities? All of Donald Trump's kids married Jewish people. This doesn't sound like racist people to me at all, by the way. So, needless to say, I got banned for being a Jewish conservative on Star Trek Online. These people literally, I said 5 statements, guys. 5. Just 5 in over 10 minutes. And it wasn't even back to back. It was 5 spread out. I responded to 3 different people. And they said I was spamming when I was responding to 3 different people. Last month, I put in a ticket where somebody was saying, "We're going to get you muted, Dash." Well, they did. And let me tell you why. Q-Tip and several other players of Star Trek Online participated in identity theft. Flat out, I had to file a police report in Oak Harbor, Washington on base. My wife's a military service member, and these guys will really try to steal from me. Ever since then, they've called me a liar and said and all this other crap, when it's not the case. Basically, what happened was Q-Tip, Technomage, and all these guys trolled me for years. They called me a liar about my military service. They said I had stolen valor. Then they said my wife was made up, when basically what happened was, is she logged on one day, she beat Tech in PvP. Tech and Brand Flakes called her a fat gay man for weeks. Weeks. I started playing the game. Then that's when the Black Widow tune went away and Dash the Stampede came into play. Because they trolled my wife. These same players that trolled my wife and then trolled me for years have now reached out to the devs and somehow or another figured out the chat mechanics for muting. If the devs ain't behind this, and if the devs ain't responsible for bashing Jewish people too, then the devs told the players how to abuse the chat mechanics. So players are now abusing chat mechanics to get anyone muted that they don't deem fit. While they bash Jewish people, while they bash women, while they talk political bullcrap for hours on end, I made 5 statements. I got muted. I'm sorry, guys. I play 5 different MMOs. I have never been harassed like I have been in this game. I've spent thousands of dollars on STO, and not because I want to prove that I'm the best. Because I like gaming. I like playing new games. I play 5 different MMOs. And none of the MMOs they even made comments about my wife committing suicide. But these people are allowed to stay in the game. Q-Tip, there's a video of Q-Tip passing my social security number in game. Flat out. Handing my social security number around to people. But he was allowed to stay in game. And everybody says, well, that doesn't sound right. Well, here's the dealio. 5 years ago, there was a PvP scandal where literally the dude who helped create the DPS meters and DPS trackers in-game actually wrote DPS hacks. That's what destroyed PvP and STO. Nothing but the same group of people who, by the way, help run the DPS League, which are turning out really horrible, horrible runs. Basically, 25% of all game data on the DPS league is made up. It's not real DPS runs. Track Craze Mike pointed this out to me. He said, well, David, Nash, you have a really, really low run on the DPS league. It was like 38K or something like that from 4 years ago. Well, I'm like, I've never turned in an ISA run to the DPS league. So how did they got this game data? Oh, someone else turned it in for you. I'm like, no one told me they were turning in game data. So these people are recording your game data that you don't even know about, and then twisting it around and making you sound like you don't have no DPS when you were just leveling a tune, or you was just mastering a ship. These people are using the DPS league to troll with. This is also the same group of people who were handing around my social security. It's also the same group of people who pretends to be devs. Q-Tip, you're not a dev. Technomaj, you're not a dev. Broom Gardener, Nip Tuck, you're not a dev. Deconus, who trolled me for being Jewish, you're not a dev. Get over it. Y'all need to stop trolling my wife too, by the way. In the state of California, it is a misdemeanor to call somebody against a gender they identify with. That means you go to jail over it. This ain't a ticketable offense. You go to jail by mislabeling people by gender in California. And the devs of Star Trek Online seems not to think they don't have to follow their own liberal law that their liberal government put it on them. So liberals are banning conservative Jewish people while ignoring California liberal law. This is the devs, and this is Star Trek Online. I'm normally a really big supporter of the devs. I love the devs. For the most part, I've always supported what they've done. But here lately, I got muted for 5 sentences. I logged on for less than 10 minutes. While this guy and other guys can spam for hours on end, I say 5 sentences and I get mute. My next video, guys, I got an ex-employee of Cryptic West. That's right, one of their own devs. One of the devs. It actually worked and has paycheck stubs from Cryptic Studios. Is going to come on my show, and we're going to talk about how they nerf accounts. Thank you all, guys, and thank you for watching Twitch, and thank you for watching my channel. This is Vash and Stampede saying have a great game, and my daughter in the background is having a fun time. Have a great time, guys. Later.